You have to automatically invest enough money over time. So stop it with the 2%, the 3%, the 4% of your paychecks, guys. That's not enough. You got to commit to 10%, right? If you want to invest 3% of your salary, cool. You're going to become a millionaire in about 60 years. Your choice. Guys, most people think that the only way to become a millionaire is by starting a business. But listen, that's just not true. Look, I got there by working a regular 9-to-5 job, believe it or not. See, you don't need a business. You don't need to be an entrepreneur. You don't need to invest in a bunch of crypto and altcoins and something that is super duper risky, right? And you definitely don't need some type of viral product or viral video. And here's the straight truth that a lot of people won't share with you. What you need is simply a system. What you really need is a strategy, a few key moves. That's all you need. And most people, they don't have the patience to do that, because that's not really that sexy, right? It's not really exciting. But here's what I learned about working a regular 9-to-5 job. Most people don't fail when it comes to money because they don't make enough money. Most people fail when it comes to money because they simply don't manage the money they make with intention. See, the average American, they're gonna make over $1 million in their lifetime. But most people will never actually see $1 million because they let it slip through their fingers. The moment they get it, they're going to buy something. Now listen, let me say this off the top. I know for a fact that everything is more expensive right now. Look, I know for a fact that inflation has been higher in the last few years than it's been previously. I know that wages haven't quite kept up with the cost of stuff. Look, I know all that, but here's the deal. Some people are actually out here winning. And if some people are actually out here winning, why can't that be you, right? Why can't you win? Why can't you play this game and be victorious instead of being the victim and claiming victimhood, right? I'm just asking the question. If they can win, why can't you win? If they can do it, why can't you do it? What's the difference? They're human, you're human. There's no difference. So if there's some people out here winning, why can't you be that person? That means the system can be conquered, right? The game can be played successfully. So why don't we focus our efforts and our energy and our mind on conquering the game so we can be one of the people 10, 15 years from now that are winning? So let me share with you exactly how a regular person working a normal job can still build millionaire status starting from nothing. It's possible. I'm telling you, there's people doing it. First, you have to think differently when it comes to money. See, most people treat money emotionally, not necessarily strategically. They make financial decisions based on how they feel today, not where they want to be in 10 years from now or 20 years from now, right? A regular person becomes wealthy. This is when a regular person becomes wealthy. A regular person becomes wealthy when they understand one simple thing. Money is not for flexing. Money is for multiplying. You got to flip money, right? See, poor people or people that have a poor mentality, they buy things to look rich and to feel rich or to feel like they have something. But people who actually have money, people that are building wealth, on the way to build wealth, or already wealthy, they buy assets to actually become rich someday, right? The mindset shift happens before the money shift happens. Really important point. Now, the second thing to keep in mind that helps a regular person become a millionaire working a regular 9-to-5 job is simply this. You have to set up everyday automatic investing into assets. Make it automatic, right? And this is the part that a lot of people don't talk about, but this is where regular people can win. You use the job that you go to every single day, right? You use that job to quietly, simply accumulate assets without having to go through the exercise of actually overthinking them and pontificating about what am I going to invest in? How much should I invest? You just do it automatically. Set it and forget it. Go back and look at it every now and then so you know what you're invested in, but don't trip on always trying to make the right moves with your investing. Just set it automatically and let it work. Let compound interest do the heavy lifting and you go live life. That means setting up automatic investing before lifestyle creep creeps in on you. This is the 401k, automatic contributions, the 403b, the TSP contributions if you work for the federal government. This is the Roth IRA draft that comes out of your checking account every 2 weeks or once a month, right? This is the S&P 500 or total stock market index fund that you're automatically investing in for the next 20 years. If your investing is not automated, it's not going to be consistent. It's going to be very difficult to be consistent. It'll feel more like a chore as opposed to something that's just like clockwork happening in the background. And if it's not consistent, it's not going to grow. Now, while I'm on this second way a person can become a millionaire, let me just say this. You have to automatically invest enough money over time. So stop it with the 2%, the 3%, the 4% of your paychecks, guys. That's not enough. You got to commit to 10%, commit to 15%, commit to 25% for the next 10 to 15 years. Just try it at your job, right? Instead of just putting in 3 or 4 or 5%, go all out for like 2 weeks and see if you can put 20% and just see what happens. See if you can maintain for a couple of paychecks, right? If you want to invest 3% of your salary, cool. You're going to become a millionaire in about 60 years. But if you want to quicken that and invest 25% of your salary, you can become a millionaire in 15 or 20 years, maybe less. Your choice. Guys, if you're serious about getting your money right, go grab my new book, Manage Your Way to Millions. It's not about getting rich overnight. It's about building wealth with purpose, all right? You can find it over on Amazon or just hit the link in the description box below. It'll walk you through the same mindset and systems that helped me turn my financial life around. Don't just talk about freedom, learn how to build it. Now, let's get back to the video. Now, the third thing that a regular person has to do to become a millionaire while working a 9-to-5 job is simply take control of your money. I said take control, not wish, not hope, but just take control. You have to take control, right? Meaning get organized. Start telling your money what to do and stop letting your money tell you what to do. You have to feel a sense of control. Be the boss over your money, right? And I'm going to tell you something most people hate to hear. What you keep matters more than what you make. How do we know? Because we've all seen people making $100, $200, $300,000 a year that are drowning financially, up to their eyeballs in debt, right? And we've seen people making $60,000, $70,000 a year who have 6-figure nest eggs with no problem or more. Because income is not the main factor to building wealth. It's discipline. Whenever you get a raise or an extra income comes through somewhere, only allow a tiny little percentage, 5 or 10% of that to go towards your lifestyle. The rest of it go towards investing. If you don't apply limits to yourself, guys, your lifestyle is going to eat your wealth up. Right? Your wants, your desires, your ego, because you'll be thinking, and here's what a lot of people think that make a lot of money. They think, well, I work hard, so I deserve to go get XYZ. I work hard, so I deserve to go get whatever. That ego in that way of thinking is going to destroy your ability to build future wealth. Lifestyle creep is a silent destroyer of American wealth and the journey of building wealth. And here's one more simple rule that I like to follow. Give yourself at least a 5-day delay before any big purchases. Now, some of you may say, make it a 10-day or 30-day. You do what's best for you, but just wait. That one discipline alone may save you thousands of dollars every single year that you could then turn around and invest towards growing your money. Now, finally, the fourth thing that a regular person can do working a 9-to-5, you have to do this. You have to get to a place where your money is making more money. That's when you've shifted from just working for money to having money work for you. Now, how do you do that? For some people, it's just compound interest in their investments, right? Because they've invested enough. Because the more you invest, the bigger the compound. But listen, it could be real estate for some people, one rental at a time. It could be index funds, compounding, and different accounts. There's a lot of different ways to get there, but you have to make money make money. You have to allow money to build on itself because money's going to lose value due to inflation. And if money's losing value due to inflation, you have to figure a way to flip that money and put it into assets that are going up in value, instead of leaving it in money that's being eaten up by inflation. You got to understand that point, right? Historically, the stock market itself has averaged around 9% a year, long term. That means $1 saved becomes more than $1 later. So your job isn't the enemy of you. Your job, where they're handing you these dollars for your time, your job could be your launch pad. Your job is how you fund your wealth. That's how a regular person can use a 9 to 5 to become a millionaire. It's possible. I know it because I did it. Listen, it's best to have multiple streams of income. Nothing wrong with that. But you don't need 10 or 20. But more than just your job is good. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to make your job the focal point for helping you become a millionaire, you can. I'm telling you, it can be done. Look, I hope I was able to share something with you that can help you, motivate you. These are the ways that a regular person working a regular job, 9 to 5, can actually get it done. It may take you 10, 15, 20 years to get there if you do the things I've talked about in this video. But guess what? 10 or 15 years down the road is coming. Are you going to be ready? That's the question. Or are you going to be still stuck talking about what you can't do and who's holding you back and playing a different game than the people who are winning with money? That's your choice. Look, guys, everything I've just talked about is from my personal system called the 4 Steps to Maximize Your Money. And inside my full course, I break down each of these steps on a much deeper level with templates, with handouts, with a full comprehensive workbook, examples, real numbers, and the exact plan so you can actually apply this to your household, to your life, to your personal finances. Look, if you want to stop drifting with your money and finally get intentional, go to smartmoneybro.com and get inside the full system. This is how regular people on regular salaries become millionaires. Now, if you got value out of this quick video, do me a favor, smash that like button below, and most of all, share this video with your network of good people. And drop a comment. Is it possible to become a millionaire on a 9 to 5 job? Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear from you. Hey, the best person who's going to take care of that old you is the young you. Till the next video. Peace.